Hi, if you're new here, my name's Bug-Eyed. If you're not, then welcome back. For today's video, I'm going to be drawing mushrooms as people. Let's get right into it. The first mushroom I decided to draw was the death cap, which is responsible for 90% of mushroom-related deaths. I may be wrong, but I'm pretty positive that it is the world's most deadliest mushroom. It is easily mistaken for edible mushrooms, which definitely is one of the main reasons why it is so dangerous and why it's caused so many deaths. I was against the idea of giving my mushroom people hair, so for this one I just put the cap on her head, and I think it turned out really well for her. It's like her entire body is just the stem of the mushroom, and I think she turned out really nice. The shading on this one also just feels really crisp, like the lighting and the shadows are just so nice and they look so well together. It is definitely my favorite lighting out of all of the mushrooms that I drew today. I just love her pose and I feel really at peace with this drawing. The second mushroom that I decided to draw is the autumn skullcap. Its scientific name is Gallerina marginata, and Gallerina rhymes with ballerina, and that's the first thing that I thought of when I read that, so I decided that I was going to make this mushroom person a ballerina. I was still against the idea of giving the mushroom people hair, but I couldn't put her cap on her head like I did with the first one because then it would feel like a repeating pattern, and it would feel less unique and less special. So I had to get creative with these next ones, and with this one I decided to give her a bun like a lot of ballerinas have, but instead of having it made out of a hair substance, I made it out of the same substance that a mushroom stem is made out of, and I tried my best to capture that in the drawing, and I think I did very well. This one definitely took the longest out of the four, but I love her and I feel very good about the end product. The next one that I decided to do is poison flower coral, which is mainly found in Asia and often referred to as the world's second deadliest fungus. I struggled a lot with the colors on this one because I only had so much to work with. It's only like really warm hues going from orange and yellow and red, so I didn't really have much variety, so this one definitely turned out a lot less detailed than the others. But that also just made it a lot easier to draw because there were less details. So, yay! For this one's hair, I decided to just make it the pointy edges of the mushroom because I didn't know where else to put those points at other than the head. I also gave them horns to match the points, and I like how it came out. I actually tried to draw this one as a boy because the other two I had drawn were both girls, and I don't draw nearly as many boys as I think I should, and I'm very terrible at drawing boys, so I needed the practice, but it ended up just looking androgynous more than a boy, so whatever. The last mushroom that I drew was the deadly dapperling, which grows in grassy fields and parks. I didn't have so many issues drawing this one, however, I did struggle a lot with the legs because I decided not to give her any feet like I did with the other ones, and I also decided to make her legs a lot more simplified and curvier than the other ones, so it ended up being a little harder to make the legs look like they matched the anatomy of the rest of her body. The mushroom cap on this one was definitely the funnest to draw because of the gradient from brown to white and the brown speckles on it. While from afar her hair looks like actual hair, I promise you it is not. Since the deadly dapperling grows in grassy areas, I decided to make her hair grass, and I put little daisies in it because daisies are my favorite flower. However, it doesn't really look that much like grass. You can't really tell it's grass unless you know it's grass, which sucks. Just like the death cap, the deadly dapperling is also commonly mistaken for edible mushrooms, which seems a little bit ironic to me because in my opinion, the death cap and the deadly dapperling ended up both looking the cutest at the end. So it's kind of like they're pretending to be sweet and putting on this facade so that people feel safe eating them. She ended up looking more detailed than the other mushrooms that I drew, but it was completely unintentional. I think she just looks more detailed because she was the last one that I drew, so I already had warmed up my skills with the other 3, and I had learned a couple things about the mushroom shapes and things like that. Her entire look and her vibe ended up being my fave out of all of the mushrooms that I drew. She just seemed so cute and soft, and she was really fun to draw, and she's my favorite, and I love her. Anyways, that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to support a small artist, then you can like and subscribe and maybe leave a comment. Bye!